Yeah, going live now.
Hi guys. Wait
You say hi liao.
Oh, at least
Walao
no.
you.
I'm checking on the live portion whether I'm going live or not. Suddenly tak go
Yeah,
live kan?
you are. You are. YouTube saja, LinkedIn sudah okay. So while we deal, or shall I say, let the coolie deal with all those gremlins, let me welcome to everyone who may be here. We see there's somebody here already. Wow, 10 viewers from LinkedIn. Apa khabar? Selamat petang. And for our Muslim brothers and sisters, hopefully you're already berbuka already. It's been a while. Our last broadcast was way back on 14th of November last year. So that's like what, almost 3.5 months? 4 months, almost 4 months. December, January, February, March. Oh, no, 4 months slightly low.
Yeah guys, if you're here, say hi okay? Because it's been a long time since we've done this.
Yeah, low.
If our music too loud lah, let us know. Okay, if you can't hear us, also let us know. Okay, because we memang karat really lah in terms of doing this.
Wow, so we've got a few of our first commenters already. So coming in, so we've got Nikki, yeah, and we've got Chris. Hello, we kind of missed that, what's crackalackin, and that only comes from you, very unique, punya Chris. So thanks for checking in with us, man, Chris. Been a while.
Okay lah,
Wait,
we
so
gonna
pukul
start
8
lah.
eh?
Sudah pukul
Hello.
8 lah. You
Okay,
nak tekan
let's.
ke I tekan? This one you tekan lah.
We never used to have to talk about it, right? Okay lah, aku tekan lah.
Nah, you tekan lah. Ya lah, Rusty ready lah, Rizal. Sabar ya. I just saw a mosquito in the room.
What?
Wait, I takut, okay. Last time kena masuk hospital sebab dengue. Now, I see mosquito, I phobia lah.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We see that there are some of you here already, 11 viewers on LinkedIn, not sure about YouTube. So thank you for leaving your comments. It's been a while, 4 months since our last broadcast. We thought we are going to be broadcasting and, shock sendiri ya. Kita same saja. So anyway, yeah, so been a while.
I don't know how LinkedIn's broadcasts has been, but if let's say it's kind of hangy for you, inside our post there's a YouTube link. You can go over that side and watch you got lah. There usually is quite smooth lah.
Yep.
But yes, do a quick hello lah.
Yeah. So Rizal,
Nikki, Chris sudah cakap.
Yep.
Rizal, yes. Rusty.
Oh, ini bos. Yalah, coolie. This is the one lah asking back to come back to work. Anyway.
Say hi to Philly also.
Yeah.
I call her Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.
Hang on, that's not how you call her name, right? No.
No. She shared with me before. Call Philly better than Theo. So Philly lah.
Like that.
Philly.
Okay. So yeah. Wow, we're rusty, man. We're really rusty.
Anyway, today's topic is how to plan for the future lah. So, like the usual, we usually bring up the topics. Today's main topic is how to plan for the future. I hope you guys bear with us because it's been a long while since we have done this. But I think Uncle still has it in him lah. Except for The hair
Hair
is
so
there.
good.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we've been off the air for a while, and we'll show you what we've been up to for the past few months. Hi, Gladys. How's it going? Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So, yeah, we've prepared some slides. In fact, not we. I'll give credit to our coolie here. He's the one who did it anyway. So, yeah. So there we go. You can see him. Handsome and sexy apparently. Anyway.
Angkat kaki sekali. Ayo.
Yeah. So I've
Cannot.
relinquished my YB title that was formerly known as Young Botak, but maybe I can rename it as Young Berambut sekarang. How do you like it? This is toilet hairbrush, man.
Got misses or not, Michelle? I know you misses, right?
Why
That's why
Sunday
you
on
thought of us, then we go live, lor. Like that, lor.
Wednesday? Yes. I've
Okay,
got a
like,
friend in
Excel.
Singapore. How's it going? How's Singapore chicken rice? Still good? I miss it. Yeah, Winamki, Buntongki, just to name a few. Anyway, coming back to tonight's topic. So we're gonna kick off our intro, all right, and then we're gonna be talking about the next topic, as what you can see that is scrolling below the screen. So stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll kick off.
Itu intro pun kena update. How? Tak apa lah, you kick
Kan?
off dulu lah.
Okay, okay,
Tekan lah.
okay. Okay.
See you guys after this.
Wait, we
You know
already
tekan.
lost. Where is the? Oh, there we go.
Wow,
Really
the
miss
song
Bob.
brings back so much memory, man.
I still saw the old, footage of myself being bald. It's so easy,
Nostalgic gila, hello jiwa. She say must call her cute. Hello cute jiwa.
Okay, cute.
Hi Jennifer,
Hi,
thanks
Jennifer.
for dropping by. Ini
What
my
great.
twin brother from Indonesia. Hi
Yeah.
Eric. So weird, I call my own name. Hey.
Hey, I need to highlight this one. He said I look very handsome with more hair. Come, yeah,
please,
I
please.
think. Okay, so
Anyhow, that's the reason why we call you to grow your hair, right? You persistently want to keep that botak style. Yeah.
it's convenient. You wake up, you sleep. No bad headache. You don't need to use hair products. Shampoo pun senang.
See,
Why not?
Gladys so quiet. Went over to YouTube already.
YouTube, huh? All right. That's good. So
Okay, let's do it. Let's go with the first topic, lah. Okay. Now, the reason why we got to talk about this topic is because currently we are also planning something ahead for ourselves, and
correction.
sometimes we don't know where we're heading.
We've planned it already. We're in the midst of executing it right now.
Okay, executing it, lah. We've planned it, executing it. So halfway through, hopefully we'll reach the destination somewhere soon. But in the meantime, that's how we got the topic, lah. And now we want to see lah whether is it necessary to plan for our lives as well. Okay. 20s, 30s, 40s, sometimes when you are 40s and 50s, then only we realize that we haven't actually started planning anything for ourselves yet. So that's like mid-age already. So do we plan now? Or do you think we should still just go with the flow and see how lah? Because that's our favorite statement. See how lah.
What are your thoughts about this? All right, let us know your opinion. Drop us a comment, even ask us any questions. We try our best to share. But this disclaimer that we're going to share based on our experience that we've gone through. It may not be the best practices out there. Okay, so do correct us.
Need disclaimer, one man.
Of course,
Yeah,
I scared.
You scared what?
Very scared.
Grow hair already scared me.
Very scared.
Grow the hair, lost the gut, is it?
No. Plan now or later. So while we wait for the comments coming in, we saw Michelle dropping a comment already earlier. How to plan for the future? She said, "Put a bright hair slide at the end of wherever we are going." There you go, our bright future. Okay, I tried to put this in a context.
Siapa punya itu buntut so bright?
There are some places that doesn't require illumination. You just do not want to see what's in there. So, but thanks. Okay, so here we go. We've got some
Mm.
comments coming in already, but maybe we will kick off our version first. Okay, so based on what we said earlier, we are already in the midst of executing something. Clearly, we planned it previously, so it's definitely not waiting to plan later lah. We planned
Mm.
it months ago. In fact, it wasn't entirely months ago. It was a year, a year plus already actually. Yeah. Then we just
Mm.
waited for the time, some circumstances, some cautious, calculated risks.
Why you talking about this? People want to know about your life lah. Why you talk about business?
True.
Have you planned for
Then
your life or not, uncle?
want to grow hair. It's also hard. I tell you, now I have to wake up earlier just to stare myself in a mirror. It's so difficult to look at my handsome face every morning and try to put some time into this.
See you guys. That's the reason talking to uncle. He will just divert.
What? Actually, say I'm very handsome with more hair. Anyway, so Siobhan, how's it going?
Yeah,
So
yes.
plan for the future, keep an open mind to be adaptive to changes. Yeah,
Mm.
it's inevitable, right? Changes. We will never know
But
where's the curve.
when do you start planning for your life? Do we start planning at a very early age? Because at that, if you think about it, right, at 20, 30s, or at least my time yet lah, we probably just trying to figure things out.
True.
Teens, no need to say lah. We just follow what parents have to say ma. Generally, most of the time lah. But
Our
when you're
generation, especially.
our generation lah, I don't know about other generation, but our generation, parents say what we do what lah. That is pretty much we don't have much of a say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you're a rebel, I had
Yeah, uncle,
my.
share your rebel stories. Like,
I ran away from home. Not
was that
proud
part
of
of the
it.
plan?
No, it wasn't planned. Long story short, call me out, DM me on the side, and then I'll more than happy to spill the beans. All right, better with beer. So anyway, so definitely, preferably we plan now. There's never better time than now. Even if you want to plan later, so when is later? When's a good time? There will always be procrastination, and we delay. So in this context, we were talking about journeying about life. So let's just say we're still young in the early 20s. What are we going to do about career? What are we going to do about our life? Are we going to just plan to get married and have kids or whatnot? Or are we going to just jump into the bandwagon of joining the rat race for a career? I don't know. What say you? We didn't plan to get here where we are today without proper planning. We have another partner. Most of you will know her, Selena. She's clearly the brains and yeah, keeping us in check. So yeah, Eric.
Why you balik talk about business one? People want to know about your life. Like.
Yeah, that's generally about life, what isn't it? No? How is-
Okay.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know about my life? Or what do you want to share about yours, Eric?
I got nothing to
Any
share lah.
good?
But I'm just curious lah, guys. When do you? Because back in uni, because on and off, now surprisingly I'm back to my old campus. I'm still teaching part time lah. So I do engage students on and off, and they do ask, do we need to plan now, plan later? And they are in their 20s, you see. And I believe those who are watching now already way past 20 lah, unless you are like Michelle, are still in the
Hey,
20s.
whoa. Don't fire the salvo the wrong side. Okay. So anyway.
So when it comes to life planning and all, in our 20s, most of the time we don't think much. We just go with the flow. But things starts a little bit hectic when we reach 30, where everybody has certain expectations for all of us. I mean, for the ladies, lah, okay, it's the favorite question where everybody hates to hear is when you're gonna get married. Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
When you're gonna have kids? All this kind of stuff starts creeping in without us wanting to know it, and we are forced to adapt at that point of time.
Yep.
Guys, on the other hand, it's all about same thing lah, but usually it's money related matters lah. How much you're getting? Are you getting a promotion? Are we climbing up a rank? How much money do you have? Do you have enough to support for the family? And all this kind of stuff starts creeping in. So do we really need to plan, or are we just following our gut instinct to just follow where the money is, that kind of stuff?
Mm,
50 and
mm,
still planning.
yeah.
Mm,
There you go. Half a century already,
mm,
and still going strong.
mm,
Yeah, so suppose that we plan, but we also have to acknowledge that no plans are fail proof or perfect. There's bound to be changes. It's just a matter of when, and what we're going to do with it when that happens. A curveball comes our way.
mm.
I'm not talking about business. I think this is very general in whatever that we are going to tie this to your personal life, your finances, relationships, whatever. And Eric, Jonathan, every day change clothes and see adapted to change. Yeah, yeah, okay. I mean, I have to agree with that too. I pick my clothes every day as well, depending on who am I going to meet, whether am I going to meet a certain clients or whatnot.
Mm.
Yeah, clearly. Mm.
Do you wear back
So
the same clothes every day?
2 days in a row? No, I don't.
No. Underwear leh?
No.
Oh wait, you don't wear Oh yeah, sorry, forgot. Sorry, I forget.
Hey, Abang Isha, how's the going?
Wah, ini bos dari Great Britain ni. Lama tak
Oi,
jumpa bos.
apa khabar? Alamak,
Dah
it's
buka
like,
bos.
hey,
Ya.
hello, where,
Oh,
timing,
lupa. Timing tak betul.
hey, oh, sorry, ni budak. Hope
Tengah
you're
puasa.
well. Oh, yeah.
Tengah puasa.
Hope you're well. So nice to see you pop by. And yes, what Abang Ishak said kind of validates what I mentioned earlier. Plan, but a bit flexible lah as we go kan, so that at least
Hmm.
there's some room for
Hmm.
adjustments. Yeah. So if you have some other opinions or comments about this, let us know. We're still learning, in our own capacity anyway. So
Okay.
there we go.
Okay. So, Hor, I think all of us should have a rough plan lah, to sum it up. Okay, you don't have to be like concrete plan, that kind of stuff, but at least knowing where we are heading. But along
Yep.
the way, seems like everyone agrees that you adjust lah along the way and be adaptable lah. You tweak just to see where we are going. But generally speaking, we probably need a plan. We just can't go and just ram into the dinding for no apparent reason, right? So yeah, in life, let's start planning lah. Okay, if
Mm,
you have never had a plan, then I suggest we start to have one, just a rough idea to know where we are going, then see how we can tweak along the way. Now,
yep.
moving
Yep.
on to the next topic. Hello, hello.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Okay.
today baru
Point,
plan lah. Hmm.
yeah. Point taken. But having said that, before we move on, I just want to caution as well too. Do not be so stuck up about planning and be so engrossed in it. All right. Many a times we may fall into the trap of over planning, and we get so stressed up if things don't happen according to what's planned, and then you feel very stressed and all that. So
Hmm.
let's agree on that as well. That things change. So just be careful of that pitfall. Yeah.
Hmm.
So. All right. We miss you too, all right? So when you're coming back, give us a holler. And yeah. Nasi lemak. Malaysia is better still, okay? Sorry, puasa.
Obviously.
Sorry, puasa. Ah. All right. So what's the next topic anyway?
Yeah. So the next topic is should we YOLO? So what is YOLO? Uh,
Ah,
well, Uncle lived a lot of YOLO lives before.
I did.
Thankfully, he's still alive, and
Yeah, quite lah, quite lah. Yeah.
quite right.
Yeah,
I
quite lah.
think. Uh, so should we YOLO or
YOLO.
not? Based on
Uh,
your own experience, I've never done much of a YOLO I think you have done more than me.
yeah. So
YOLO means you only live once. Okay, so when the time comes, why think so much? Because we only live once, so
mm.
just do it. So you only love once. Betul Chris. You love once.
Oh,
Sorry.
we only love once only. You sure?
Yeah. Chris love once only. Once only. One and only one only.
Oh, okay. Like clap hand for
Don't
you. Anyway,
play.
So in the context of YOLO, so this term these days, where like what Eric just said earlier, yeah, I did quite a fair bit of uh, adventurous things. Some of the things are reckless, for the lack of better word to say that. Um, do I regret it? Well, I I could have done some things better, but I don't regret it. So that's just my journey, my own experience. Thankfully, all things reckless were not fatal, clearly, or have too much of impact on me that may change my course of life. So very thankful for that. Should we YOLO or not? In my opinion, that depends on you. It's a lot of calculated risk that needs to be considered. Just what we said earlier, we are in the midst of executing uh, something that we are doing right now. We never did it before. We've never done it before. We don't know where we are heading into. But we more or less have a rough idea based on the best plans that we managed to come up with. Is it perfect? We don't know. Only time will tell. So that's just on a business context lah. Amirul, hey, how's it going?
Mm.
Condition
Boss,
two. Okay, tak
no
apa,
worries.
tak apa.
Janji
Hmm.
ada. We feel supported already.
But here he says he planned for the big things such as career, property, or even start a business. For much less risk, some elements of ad hoc unplanned ones would be fun. See where it brings us. There we go. So that's some of the things that we don't know does gives us a level of excitement. So bye. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, if everything is planned out, so sequentially, nothing's wrong with that. It's just whether or not it suits your personality. You're gonna miss out something while you're so too engrossed about planning. Hmm.
Mm.
You le, you le,
Correct?
you le.
Me, ah.
Hedonistic idea. You le, you YOLO or not?
Truth is, I've never actually YOLO lah. A lot of calculated risks, but I don't really jump into things without giving it too much of a thought. Unlike uncle, I think he's more daring lah. He got the guts lah. I give it to him lah. That one bagilah, puji lah sikit.
Are you telling me
But
my balls are bigger than yours?
I don't want to have big balls. You see, it's very hard. Very hard to pakai seluar dalam tau.
So no man, don't have man. All your shopping, all your gadgets. So those are
That is
planned
not
ones.
that's a plan once, ma. I mean, although it seems like a very hasty move or without giving a thought, but it's been somehow has some thought put behind it lah. So I don't really believe in YOLO because it's technically gambling our lives away.
Hmm.
So give it some thought lah in terms of when we plan. I mean, sometimes we do not know what we can anticipate in the future, but having to mitigate some level of the risk, it just helps us to be more prepared along the way. I mean,
Hmm.
we know that if this don't works out, we can actually this doesn't work out, we can actually have another backup plan or backup plan C or backup plan D to get things going rather than just going with one plan and that's it.
Yeah.
Jatuh longkang, that's it lah. And
Hmm.
mm,
True. 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 And hi, Prema. And thanks for your comment as well.
Auntie Prima, this is the only, this is the only linking connection I call auntie. Okay.
Never die before you. That's
She
why.
want to cubate me.
Now, Michelle has got a
Apa itu
very,
yodo?
this is kind of true. So this is the reverse in countering YOLO. We live every day, right? But we only die once. So be careful with that statement as well too, because it clearly encourages for us to be adventurous, to grab any opportunities that come our way. But again, depending on what kind of risk appetite that you have, you need to consider what are the potential repercussions for every step that you may consider. But still, it's not wrong. It applies according to each of our circumstances. Now, but what's more important is that, according to Michelle, she says start by getting second stream of income first. Begin with an end in mind and then go stunt backwards. Now, that's a very familiar saying. I think I know who said that to you. Anyway, so so she's talking in terms of our financial planning, our work, our continuous source of income. What say you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm?
Michelle is
Macam.
young, ma. It's always about money, lor. Sabar.
Which was
at,
very young.
at
It's your
at
time.
her level, right? It's always either love or
Oh.
money. Oh, but like
Mm.
our age, like old hacks like us, love
Hey, hey, important, okay. Important. Our wives may be watching. It's important. Penting
Pattern.
itu, okay.
Mana
Jangan
yang
main.
penting? Nah, to answer Muzio's question, marriage can YOLO or not?
Itu tak berani
Ah,
dah, bro. Adalah juga ada konsep tapi janganlah, bro. Kita sekarang live kan habis
pasal itu
susah.
rambut so gaya, bro.
Ya. Ya,
Sampai
betul.
hanging one corner macam tu ni dah jadi K-pop ke, HK-pop ke, apa pop ke.
Dia punya post pun banyak sempoi ya. Hey, how are you, man? How's it going? How's Hong Kong? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us tonight, by the way. So
I'm still waiting for him to be a model until today. That's why lah. That's the photo poser.
another topic for another day about
Yeah.
him being a model. Yeah. So,
Yes,
Feline,
Feline.
how are you? Thank you for
Why
joining
this,
us.
this one means what? We live every day. Oh, oh.
Like that. Oh, okay. Now, Philly says she thinks it really depends on the situation. Yeah, lor, I think so too, lor. Certain opportunities there are worth taking the risk without regretting it later. True, that's right.
You see, sometimes when people write comments, right, you know that they are really thinker one.
I agree. Can,
Can, right?
can,
Mm.
can.
This one like put a lot of thoughts into it before writing. Oh.
True, ma. Really, ma. Depends on the situation. Takkan, you just go and langgar. Yeah, lah. We did our fair bit of langgar
Yeah,
also. Lah. That was not right.
yeah.
All right. So it looks like we've come to a general consensus of we can go ahead and YOLO, but to each of our own, each of us have our unique set of risk appetite and circumstances. So, like Eric, he plays it a little bit safe. Myself, I tend to be a little bit more adventurous. Maybe that's why we're together, right? To balance up
We're,
odds.
we're
Okay.
together. Oh, you dah kahwin oh.
Don't go there, bro. No.
Hey, your boss too big.
No. Okay, so we time passes by so fast. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now we may have spoken about this earlier already. When should we start planning? Earlier, we talked about in a position of someone who are still young, early 20s, setting out to the marketplace and all that, right? It's always best to have a rough idea, a basic plan. So that's the context. But then when should we start planning? So let's just say if we're in our early 20s, then is that the only time that we should be plan? Then the rest of our life no need, should be continuous can.
Actually, it's a repetitive question of what we said earlier lah. So
Mm.
maybe we can skip this and
We
move to the
can,
next one.
can.
But we can touch on it later again
Yep.
because the next topic actually more related. Then we can come back to this later lah.
Yeah, we'll tie it back up.
And
Yeah.
we'll tie back up again.
Yeah.
So we do it this first, okay? When it comes to career, family, relationships, right? In different point of our lives, we will be experiencing different thing. Yabadabadu. The guys are back. Ni
CK.
siapa ni? Oh, CK.
CK.
CK, your privacy setting tolong lah. I cannot see.
People in financial field, okay. Confidentiality.
Asyik, kwai
Hmm.
kwai she hide behind the screen. How lah people want to find you? But anyway, we are talking about career, family, and relationships, right? In different points of our life, we hold different jobs, different motives. When we want to jump, when we don't want to jump, when we want to stay in the company. Our family expands. You get married, you get kids, and all. Or sometimes things don't turn out the way family members get sick, sometimes we have to churn out extra cash to support our family members as well, be there, be it in health, be it in wealth, whatever it is, things keep changing. Kunje, so late already, oh, bo tidur ye lah. 11:30 ni.
Australia is 3 hours ahead of us right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 11:30 eh. Oh, she
This one,
misses
man,
lah. That's why she pop out and come and see us.
night owl.
Like,
So yeah, I mean, these are the three. May not, go in sequence. What are your
mm,
thoughts about these three things: career, family, and relationships? So Mozille checks back in with us. Planning starts with experience. Some things you can get, we can get advice early on. Some things no need to plan. Also, one depends on priority of the things in our lives lah. So yeah lah. So
mm,
50-50, and sometimes it may not be 50-50 in the middle. It could be, leaning to one end of the spectrum, depending on what Mozil says, depending on priority of our lives at that time. Some say we are young, hence YOLO. We have the youth to still take risk. So give it a go. We have the chance or time or health to recover from whatever challenges we may face later on. Then some say dare not, tak berani. Then later when they decide to go for it, maybe they're too old. They may not have the energy to go ahead. I don't know. So that's just the age-old argument.
I think as one is younger, I think the risk appetite is bigger. You can afford to take some bigger risks lah, as compared to the older ones. Partly because I think when you are single, no family yet, or no spouse, no partner yet, commitment is rather low. I think
Mm.
if we were to lose everything, then okay, it's quite not to say easy, but you can build it up back because you have the time.
Yep.
But as we age, there are a lot of factors to consider lah, commitments, your child's education, or you cannot just silang all your cash away, and end up with nothing. Then it becomes because it is our responsibility to care for the family or the people around us. So we got to make lesser of a risk, I would say, more calculated risk lah. So the risk threshold is a little bit lower as compared to when we are younger lah. So
Mm. Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe we could share a little bit of ourselves. I can go first, and Eric follow. So career, clearly, I mean, I'm the only child. I don't have any fallback plan. Don't have any siblings to rely on. So clearly, the survivalist in me kicks in from a very young age, and I want a family. I have a family now. I mean, thank God. So clearly, relationships became and still is a very important criteria in my whole entire life so far, and that's partly how my family uh, was created lah, right? So it all takes its own unique timing. So career came first at that time. Aku kena cari makan kan, right? Oh, love this and that, tak ada duit nak makan, apa nak love? I mean, it's just being practical lah. So
Ini leh. Baby can plan or not?
we can plan to decide wanting to have a baby, whether it will happen or not. Itu you go and discuss with the big boss up there lah. That's the best
Mm.
we can plan kan. You say, sure, we're ready to have it. Will it happen?
I mean, if want to say get baby straight away, very difficult lah, because everybody has sometimes swimmer takes a bit longer, sometimes sesat jalan somewhere, doesn't go to the egg and stuff like that. But it's good to plan as well when you want to have kids lah. If some things cannot be planned when get baby, the time is, I
Hi
think
lah.
can still plan lah. If not, takan is like, I mean, I don't know how to put it in a very nice context lah. But if let's say financially we are not ready, but so happen baby pops up, it gives a lot of mental stress to everybody,
Yeah.
including a lot. You see, but if you are mentally prepared and you have the cash flow there already and you plan, but when you get the baby, you don't know, then you are still planning, right? Something rather than, oh, I suddenly get baby already. Don't just do it lah.
yeah, yeah.
Although, yeah, yeah, you get the
Have
point.
a frame, have a
Have
framework,
yeah,
right?
correct,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. But again, don't overthink or over worry too much. Just have a healthy
Mm,
balance of
mm,
consideration. Don't keep plan until when, it's like
mm,
the common question, even I myself had that too at one point, is that, yeah, I'm planning my finances, my wife and I, our finances, to prepare ourselves for a baby. Then as we go, we have our fair bit of savings ready. The next question is that, how much is enough? Is it enough? We are afraid that it may be insufficient when the baby pops out. Then how? There will always be a continuous doubt, you see. So that's where the gray line presents itself. How much is ever enough? You never know how complication may just creep in without us planning for it. So
mm.
just be cautious. Again, don't fall into that trap lah. Yeah. So you leh, how do you plan your family planning, Eric? Your kids, or just bang bang?
Well, I plan it medically lah. Okay.
Fool.
I'm
Okay. 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 I give it to you, you doctor. You win me.
yeah, 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 yeah. It comes from a medically kind of process lah. The thing is, right, ladies, it's best to give birth before the age of 30. Okay. Um, because technically the risk uh, are lower as compared when you deliver above the age of 35 and even close to 40, then your risk gets tremendously higher lah, for a lot of complications that they do not want. So
Yep.
we gave a cutoff point because we got married at the age of 28. Takkan 28 get married, you want to have fun a bit ma. Takkan straight away have baby and no fun.
Woo.
Woo.
So how many years you all had fun?
Have fun for 2 years lah, cukup already lah. Then after that, enough.
Ayo. Yeah, but true, true.
True.
That's scientifically true. Okay, but again, we're not pressuring any ladies out there to get married and have kids as soon as possible before you reach the age of 30. It's not an expiration date on your forehead. Okay, please. It's just medically and scientifically saying that there's a lower risk only. It doesn't mean that you're above 30 and you can't have kids. Okay, so
Yeah. You can, but
yeah.
of course, financially, all this comes into consideration when to have the baby and stuff like that. So, yeah,
The
yeah,
big boss
yeah, yeah.
wills it in his time. So,
So
yeah.
30 was the cutoff point lah. I thought, okay lah, let's have a kid here because I don't want to have a kid. Not that at the age of 40, because come you think of it, right? If we have a kid at 40 or 45, okay, I'm for, if let's say now I have a kid, by the time I'm 60, my kid just baru masuk college uni leh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, at 60, there's no signs of retirement yet. You still need to work, you still need to plan for the future. And worse, if you have it at 45, your first kid at 45, you'll be 65, and the kid enters uni, and there's another 5 more years before he graduates. That's such a long time.
Yeah.
Mm. You want to drive sports car, so they're not ready.
Tak boleh masuk. Too low. You
Sakit
crawl
bakar.
in and out. Ayo,
So,
makan sakit banget. CK us, you plan your family planning medically kan? So medically speaking, prawns effective for that reason. You eat a lot of prawns.
I don't know about prawns lah, but I know uncle wash a lot of prawns lah.
Eh, wow, I did not see that coming. Okay, so okay, I give you. Shots fired. I give you. You're very lonely, right? I never tembak me on air, so I give you.
No. What does prawn got to do with?
I don't know. Does
I
it
don't
contribute
understand.
to our swimmers? Does it?
I don't know. I don't think
Is
so
that
lah.
no
No lah. No lah. Prawns don't swim well. No. Prawns go like that. No.
point? Yeah, that's a very good point.
I don't know
Moving
lah.
on, we've got some
Yeah.
interesting comments here. So Yu Cheng, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So he says, have kids earlier so we can watch them grow up. That's the gist of the story. There are two sides of the coins. Okay. Eric, you want to go first, or I can roll it out first?
Mm,
Yeah, I go
you
first.
can go
Okay.
lah. You go lah. You go lah.
Have kids earlier so we can watch them grow. Yes, that's true. That's in the context of what Eric said earlier. I mean, if you have kids, your first child's born when you're 40, and you clearly will have a very you have a very unique set of stress lah. Okay, you know, make sure that you're financially sound to support your kid to go through, and whether will we live long enough to see our children getting married and have their own children and so forth. But if you want to have kids earlier just for the sole reason of that, do be careful. Consider what are the implications as well. Are you mentally ready for it? That is a very important criteria. No amount of monetary readiness can buy. For example, uh, we know there are a lot of people out there. Their finances, they are very blessed, okay, financially, but they do not have the mentality for it. Not to say that they don't want it; they want it, but it just hits them like a truck. Without them realizing how much of a stress it is. Parenthood is not easy; it's a joy, but it's not a walk in the park. And they get depression, postpartum depression is something not to be fooled around or be underestimated, especially for ladies. So be careful about
Mm.
that. Yeah. Hmm. You got anything to add on to that, Eric?
No,
Medically?
nope.
No? Blame CK. Okay. He was the one who brought up the medical standpoint. Aduh.
Today cannot plan my day. Also diarrhea 22 times. You
Kesian kau. Kau
count,
pergi
you
balik.
count, Actually, you go diarrhea 22 times. You already diarrhea already more than 10 times. So you don't count anymore. You to the
Eh,
go
22 times itu
strike
melampau
one.
eh.
No,
You
imagine
must,
he counted 22 times to go toilet. Go sit there. Strike
eh, but
one.
you gotta,
Strike two. How many
walao eh.
days?
But you got kesian him, eh. 22 times, no joke. Imagine how dehydrated he may be, how tired that it must be. So,
I pity his anus lah. Is
untuk,
is
untuk
is
koyak lah.
burning. Is burning and tearing apart lah.
Nasib baik in Malaysia all or this region all sudah berbuka. Walao ya, not all but puasa batal. Hope you're gonna get well, right? A speedy recovery to you, by the way. No joke, man. I mean, 22 times of diarrhea.
But I mean, he has a question lah. How to plan when so many rents thrown in your plan randomly?
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's true. Have you
um
ever had that situation before? Tying back to Mozil's question that a lot of unforeseen troubles creeping into our lives. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it, Eric?
I think it's more of just having a good mental preparation. I'm not saying I'm great at it, but anticipate that something may happen actually helps us to move forward better rather than say for example something unwanted happen. If we did not anticipate it, we tend to dwell on it a little bit longer than usual. I mean, like, wow, why this happened? Then we get demoralized, we are down. But if we know that it's going to happen, we tend to move away from the zone and try to take actions. At least try to remedy the problem or find other solutions to overcome the issues. So always plan the unexpected as well in that sense.
Yeah,
Bye,
yeah.
Siobhan.
And we're just saying this from
Yeah,
a very surface level. Okay, we're not
yeah,
applying to any
yeah.
particular
A bit,
scenario.
yeah, a bit hard to say it applies to everything, but I think yeah, if we know, I mean, it is if we know that diarrhea is part of life, right? We tend to. No one in life will never have diarrhea before, right? And we know one fine day, one way or another, because we eat out or there's food related intake and stuff like that that is contaminated, we will have diarrhea. It's always good lah, preemptively to keep pujayin at home lah. or pocai
Mm.
pills. Then it's like plan for the unexpected lah. We don't know when we'll have diarrhea, but when it comes, at least we don't have to go to the toilet for 22 times, right? Maybe it will lessen.
See, that's a very good context. So let me repackage it. So, all of us have goals, be it our personal goals or at work, right? We're trying to achieve something, and clearly we try to forecast our best as possible on how to guide us to get there. But there are sometimes, like what Mozil just mentioned, there's a monkey wrench gets thrown in our direction, derailing our plans altogether. And what's the worst that could happen? Can we also forecast the potential failures instead of just the potential successes? And should the failures happen, stalling our plans, what can we do about it? Can we do something to counter it or to balance the odds in the next month or so? I don't know, something like that. So in this case, diarrhea, that pill apparently is the answer. So yeah. Now, for the sake of time, we're gonna move on. So now that we have established that career, family, and relationships are intertwined, then tying back to this question again, when should we start planning? We're gonna just put this out here, and then the real topic we're gonna be talking about is when should we start planning, and then should we step outside our comfort zone? Should you? Will you? Let us know. What are your plans? What's your comfort
Later,
zone?
right, we'll share with you guys some of the photos that we are renovating the place to let you have an idea what it's gonna look like. I mean, we are still doing up the place lah. It's not like complete yet, but at
Yep.
least you have a rough idea how is that location. It's in Sharon's place. It's iconic, but we took up one corner of a section now. So yeah, correct. So we will put it up at the end of the session. Just that we're gonna cover one more topic here, then we'll go to that lah. Show you some
Yep.
photos lah. Okay.
Yep.
So, but should we step outside of our comfort zone?
I think we just kind of let the cat out of the bag. So our
Yeah,
answer is yes.
at least for
Again,
us lah.
at least for
At
us,
least
yeah.
for us lah.
With proper planning, with proper best estimate, and of course that we are able to, or at least we can afford any potential pitfalls that may come our way. So we stepped outside our comfort zone. But what about you? What makes you be willing to step out? So earlier the question is, should we step outside? Our answer is yes. My version of the answer to unpack that is a solid yes, is because if we do not step outside of our comfort zone, we will never grow. We will never we will never discover something that we never thought that we are capable of doing. Then what? We're just being stagnant and stale.
Now, doesn't mean again, it's not applicable to everybody. If you're happy with where you are, you don't really need to step out lah. I mean, comfy ma,
Mm,
unless it feels like you really reach mid-century old, or you're having some midlife crisis, a little bit itchy, but you kind of there, you made it there already, and you are willing to try something new, and you are financially capable. Yeah, correct.
this is
Depending on
so
the
good.
reward,
Yeah.
the risk involved. Uh, why not? Because at the end of the day, yes, we only have one life to live. You only live once, but based on calculated risk, that's something you may not end up having to regret upon if you never take the action,
Mm,
then why not? Right? So stepping out of comfort zone will kind of be like an adventure lah for many of us lah,
mm,
unless we plan to do the same old thing every day until the end of our lives lah. But
mm.
yeah,
This
something to
is a
ponder lah.
very common scenario in the workplace. Sometimes we see some of our colleagues, right? They're very content that they are not moving up in their career path, but that doesn't mean that they are not happy. They're very happy and satisfied. They've reached a point of peace that is not defined by the career ladder or even the bigger financial package that seems to be up there or above them. They're just zen, and it's good enough. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But there are some of us, myself included, we still have unfinished business, be it our personal goals or be it I don't know, the social impact in the work that we do, that we know that we can still do better, be better. Yeah. So for us at Choobub, I suppose it's the latter. That's probably why we stepped out of our comfort zone. And in just a few more moments, we're going to showcase to you what we've been up to. So, yeah.
We can show
Mm,
now lah.
can lah, we can lah, yeah lah. Nah, mana, here we
YouTuber lah.
go.
Uh,
So,
so what is
yeah,
this,
you
uncle?
go.
You tell
What
lah.
is this? So this is
Uh,
a concept, okay, an architect's concept of how the stage of our studio looks like. It's going to be at iconic co-working space at Icon City. Thanks to Sharon as well, who's been
yeah, yeah.
fundamental in
Sharon
partnering
has
with us.
been nice to us to allow us to
So nice,
do up her place.
yeah,
It's not
very
actually a
nice.
rented space, but we she gave us a space.
Correct. So this is the artist's impression of how it looks like. Eric, you want to control the slides and move to the
You
next page?
you control lah.
I have no clue how this is a new feature.
The
Remember,
button is
we're rusty.
okay, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay, I found it. Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is the real. Uh, this is not how it looks like. This is how it looked like a while back ago. Like what, a week or
Yeah. If some
one,
of
two
you
weeks?
have been to Sharon's place, right? You if you do remember the piano was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, piano
The
was there. Uh,
grand baby piano or the baby grand piano. It was
so
right
we
there.
took up that spot. Lah.
Yeah. So some works going on. We did some installation of the what do you call that? The ceiling, the grill.
I also don't know what is it called. Eh?
Yeah, but and you get the idea. On the top, bottom left corner of the screen, that photo, and then we hung some bird cages as well. It's a prop. Okay, we are gunning for a certain theme to complement the whole entire identity. And here is how it looks like closer to completion.
Mm.
Uh, we're still gonna
Well,
have some furnitures coming in.
so it, this is how it's supposed to be lah. We're trying to do something what we call sarong and slippers, and it's supposed to bring back the old school vibes.
Mm.
The woods, the floors, kind of to give a earthy feel. The sofas are will be changing the
Beams.
sofa. Yeah,
Those
beams, yeah,
beams.
beams.
Go.
So it it's we're gonna do it in the form of everything is pretty much rattan chair. Everybody comes here and sit with sarong and stuff like that. So the floor is not done yet, as you can see, because we're gonna get some wooden feel and just to lay it
Yep.
over and get some rattan chairs and do up the backdrop and stuff like that. But pretty much the heavy duty stuff is all up. Hopefully by April we'll be
Hopefully.
ready.
It's not
Hopefully,
April Fools, okay? I mean, it's
fingers
happening.
crossed. Fingers crossed. By April we get to do something for it lah.
Yeah.
But it is how it is at the moment. That's how it looks like, and yeah, that's what we have lah at the
Yeah.
moment to show you guys.
So we planned this a while back ago. And in fact, credits goes to Selena. It is her vision that drove us to, believe in it as well too. And it's coming to fruition. How long ago? A year ago, maybe more than that. And
Yeah.
took a bit of time to materialize it. Just making some cautious moves, getting ourselves closer to it. And here we are. I think so. What you're seeing right now, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric. This is as of today, earlier, right?
Mm. As
Yeah.
of
So
earlier today lah. This is the latest photo we got today from
mm,
Trace. She was there monitoring everything.
mm.
So yeah, hmm. I don't know what
Can
to say. I don't know what to say.
can spill, tuang, pour it out, pour.
Gladys is part of your home now, but it's no longer part of your home too because you are. I heard you are also moving out, right? Then how like that?
But you
Hiya.
feel free to always come by.
Hiya. Don't
We're
want to
really
friend. Don't want to friend already.
he don't want a friend no. He say one okay no me. But having said that, we're really hoping that it'll be done in due time. Hopefully by this month's end, which is not too far off. We're already like 27th of March already, and when it's done, we hope to showcase it in person. Fingers crossed, see how that goes. Okay, so yeah, long story short, that's what we've been up to. Let us know your thoughts. Does this make sense? Is this something what you would do? How did we, gather the courage to, I don't know, jump on this
Yeah, I don't know why
wild?
we spend our money on that as well.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot
It's a
of
lot of
money.
money,
It's no joke, man.
but
Yeah, no joke, man. No joke.
I
Oh,
don't know lah. Really, I didn't know Joe lah. I mean, like I say lah, how to plan for the future, right? I spend the money. I don't know what is expecting in return as well, but
yeah.
hopefully
Thankfully,
all things turn out well
even though
lah.
it's a lot of money, we haven't have to tear ourselves new assholes yet. So yeah, touch wood.
Mm,
Hopefully, we don't need to go there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Um. So.
well, hopefully we can get you guys later once we get things running, because
Mm,
we can invite you guys over, sit at the other corner, and have fun with us at the stage as well. I
yeah.
don't know yet, but that's the dream for many of us, to have the stage running and have a live audience as well. But in the meantime, of course, we'll continue to stream. Uncle will come down from Penang on and off to host the show as well. We give you an extra special table for him to host the show alone, so he'll be happy to do it. So, but
Stress, pressure.
but to think of it, last 3 years we never actually have this in mind. We didn't even have a plan. We didn't even plan for this as well. So, like most comments, we took it one step at a time. We altered our plans and see how it goes. So there's no one fixed plan. We didn't really actually have this in mind 3 years as well, although we did have a plan. But no, this wasn't part of the plan.
So, but much thanks to everyone here and all of you who are tuning in tonight. Also, contributors that gave birth to this whole entire wild idea. Because we never saw ourselves coming, or expecting ourselves to do what we're doing right now, going on air, even though through the virtual channels. And one thing led to another. We realized that we have the capability. There's still unfinished business. Why not? Let's go for it. That's just langgar lah, whack lah. But of course, we have a very uh, steady cow, Absolina, excuse me, to help guide us and steer the
Kita
ship.
sengaja.
I'm sorry, I'm rusty. It's been 4 months since we haven't done this. A slip of the tongue. So
Okay lah.
we've got
Okay
some
lah. Okay lah.
explanations. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, hope to see you around. I think we got a couple of minutes, but Selena sudah wait. But I like to say but also. Hope to see everybody around. Now is still Puasa period, so we still continue to host our live shows every Monday for now lah, until the next opening. In due time, probably mid of April, we can do it there, and we will be another testing moment for us. But it's gonna be something new lah, and we look forward to have you guys with us. But in the meantime, we will continue to talk certain topics first as we move along the way.
Yep.
But yeah, if you have anything today, I got nothing else much to say already, because I'm totally rusted already, uncle. So
Yeah, we're really rusty. So, but again, thank you so much for joining us and listening to both of us from Bill. And
yeah,
exciting times. So can't wait to see how things unfold. Yeah, that's all I can say, lah. That's all we can say for tonight. So, yeah, nothing's left to share for now. We really got the updates.
Imori.
Yeah, I mean,
Uncle Emo.
you got to look back, and see how far we've come. All right. I mean, we've got a lot of bumps along the way. We langar a lot. We actually adjusted a lot, but I think very, very thankful of how far we've come. A lot of credit goes to our team members as well, who has been working with us, journeying with us in this whole entire experience. Tris Fish, Tyler, Yat Tong, all the way down in Perth. Not to forget Karina, and of course those who have been with us, who may not be with us, like Felix, for example. All these guys played a role, and of course, again, emphasizing all of you audience tuning in. So 8:58 p.m. I'm not going to drag this just for the sake of ending the show at 9 p.m. If there's nothing
Uncle
much,
miss everybody lah. He long time never talk like that already. That's why he talk also don't let go. Okay. Ciao tau everybody. Selamat malam. I'll see you next Monday. Next Monday
okay,
got.
we got don't
feel like
later our boss later will whack us again.
feel like want to bermalas again. Okay, I see you guys.
See ya.
See you
Bye.
guys next Monday. Bye bye. Tahu tekan tak? Tekan lah.
Okay.
Bye.